Hello, future developers. So, welcome to the continuation of our CSS styling for our thank you card component. I seems to be forgetting the actual name. Okay. So now, in our previous lesson, this is what we were able to do. So we just styled the body, did some centering. Okay, as you see here. So now we would actually want to work on the container. So this is going to be our container. This white background is going to be our container, which is going to contain or house all of these text and then icons. Okay. So remember, we created a div called container, as you see in our HTML document, which is this. Okay, a class called container or a div. Okay, so in our div container, we are going to give it a background color of white. So background color, we'll give it a color of white. Okay, so I use white. You can use any color of your choice. So you can see we have the white. And then I'm going to give it a width of 750. So width of 750 px, 750 px. Okay, so that's our width. You can see it looks smaller than our image, so we're working on our image later on. So I'm going to give it a height of 400 px. Okay, so 400 px. There's our image. Oops. Okay, so it's vanished. I think it's hiding behind this. Okay, then we'll give it border radius. Okay, so that we can see. So now we would want to work on our image so that it shows. So our image is img, which is this image img to see here. So img, then I'm going to give it a width of let's use so a width of 350. Okay, so you can see our container now. So now we can start styling our container. So our container, I need it to have a border radius, a border radius of 5 px, so 5 pixels. So we want it rounded. Okay, so you can see it's now rounded. Okay, so now let's work on the image height. So our height is going to be 400 px, so 400 px. And now we can work. Okay, so you can see is we will need to round in these corners. Okay, so we'll use the top border top left radius. Border top left radius will also give 5 px. Okay, so it's now rounding. And then we'll do same for our border. Let's use border bottom left radius to also 5 px. 5 px. Okay, so it's now rounded, but if you zoom in, this part might also be rounded, which is what we don't want. So we need it to set the border radius to 0. So border top right radius is going to be set to 0, and then the same to our border right top. So border top right radius, okay, is also going to be set to 0. Okay, so let's see what we need to do. Okay, so you can see our items here, okay, are still here. We want it inside our container. And remember, all of these are inside our container called, what is the name? Side info. Okay, so we need to do that in our side info side. Let's see something of container. So display. So they are all inside the main container called, that's the container. So we'll just display flex. Okay, so display flex. Then let's see what happens. Okay, so we have it now inside the container or side info container. So in the next lesson, we'll actually learn to actually align this properly, center them, style the buttons and the likes. Okay, so that said, thank you for watching, and then I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.